How y'all doing out there, Sneaker World? This is your boy Sneaker Blue with another episode of Sneaker Therapy. I came to bring y'all a epic, well, in my eyesight, two epic releases from the retro community. Talking about the Air Tech Challenge 3, Andre Agassi, and the Air Oscillate from the P. Sampras collection. Particularly speaking on the P. Sampras shoe, you're talking about a shoe that my boy wore for 7 straight seasons. He liked the shoe so much, and it's a shoe that I really wanted as a youngster. Not saying I played tennis or I looked up to tennis players, but I'm a big fan of sports and I always looked up to greatness. So at the time, the greatest player, I probably should say one of the greatest players, wore these. This was his go-to shoe, and what made the shoe so appealing to me is that the man didn't want to switch out. He wore these shoes 7 straight years, and won all kind of Grand Slam titles in them. Excuse the 3M on them. I had to put my flash on because it's kind of dark in this corner, and I'm doing a bootleg with the camera phone, so please excuse me. And then we got the Nike Air Tech Challenge 3 right here, and you're talking about another great shoe silhouette. They retro these in 2006, but the retro was garbage and horrible because they, sometimes Nike try to sneak something in on us, and they don't give us all the details. Particularly the flaming tennis ball on the back. They didn't have that on the 2006 release. They just had some generic ball on the back with some stripes going through it, and they didn't have the black paint on the bottom. So a lot of people rejected it. Also, the colors, the paint was off on them too. But they did this retro justice or what have you, and I was looking forward to get my hands on this too. I really wanted this particular piece, particular shoe. Again, it wasn't available in my area. I grew up a big Andre Agassi fan also. I know y'all probably saying how you could like both players. Like I said, I wasn't a big tennis fan. I was a fan of greatness, and it was the two greatest tennis players on the planet at the time. So that had their own contrast and style. I don't know what this is inside the shoe. But anyway, I guess I'll peel that out. Okay, came out. But anyway, anytime Andre Agassi and the P. Sampras match came on TV, you was in for some enjoyment, whether you love tennis or not. You was in for something special, and I watched every match they had. I was looking at television. Even though I was more of an diehard NFL fan and an NBA fan. When those two played, I was there to watch it. But at the end of the day, both are good signature models. Starting off with the Agassi Tech Challenge 3, you got your air bubble in the back and the midsole. You have your air unit in the front too. Also, you have some good, decent leather. I won't say it's the best leather in the world, but some decent leather. What have you? You have your boat. You have your black swoosh. I think you call it emerald. Let's see. Yeah, emerald right here, emerald green, or what have you. You have some perforations over here on the front of the toe box. You have your flat white laces. You have your nylon tongue with your Nike branding on the tongue. You have your perforations and the holes in the side. On the medial side, you have again your black swoosh and your vote design on the side. You have again predominantly white on your on the medial side, or what have you, on the midsole. At the bottom, you have your emerald green, your Vogue green, and you have your Nike branding. You have your herringbone traction at the bottom too. On the back, you have your flaming tennis ball that everybody wanted so bad to be reintroduced on the shoe. What is this right here too? It's a number like a little stain, but wipe that off later. And you have your Nike branding on the insole. You have your little throwback tag right here, what have you. For the most part, it's a real good retro design, and I'm really happy to get my hands on these. I'm gonna go ahead on over here to the air. Oscillate, oscillate, however you say it. But anyway, you have your, now this leather on here is pretty good, or what have you, pretty good leather. It's not cut the thickest though. It's kind of like a thin cut strip on the leather, but it's still good leather. This right here is navy blue out the flash on it. Same with the tongue. But as you see, it got 3M on it, which I didn't know I had. It was 3M until I got them in hand. That was a nice surprise. But you got your leather upper with your rib patterns going on the side. You have on the midsole, you got a jeweled swoosh right here. You have your Zoom Air bags in the front, also in the heel on the sole of the shoe. You have your herringbone traction at the bottom. You have on the middle, on your shank plate, you have your carbon fiber, and this is carbon fiber right here that's under it. They really made this shoe just like the original, because normally they don't even put carbon fiber on these shank plates no more. They just, you know, put some kind of pattern on it or make something look like carbon fiber, but this is carbon fiber. You got your XDR durable sole for, you know, your serious tennis players, because when you're moving lateral back and forth or what have you, you wear these soles down pretty quick on that clay, on that hard surface, or on that grass surface, what have you. These shoes will take a beating, so they put an XDR sole on the bottom to make sure it's real durable. You have your Nike branding on the back of the shoe, with your little check at the back or what have you. On the medial side, this is one of my favorite parts of the shoe, the way on the forefoot you have the way how they take most of the shoes this day and age, like even with the fuse on the toe cap, they reinforce it, and they did the same thing on this shoe for, I guess, dragging back and forth laterally. And I like the way they just took this, wrapped it all the way around, and they put it where, like I said, it almost meets the middle of the shoe, what have you, laterally, what have the lateral side. I like that look. They kind of did that with the first Peyton glove model. That's one of the little parts that sold me on the shoe. I'm one of them guys that like little parts and different designs on shoes, little things, what have you, that kind of sell me on it. But this is something I really like, the way they did that right here. But on the inside, you got your Nike tennis logo with your Nike checker, what have you. Cool, that logo on the inside. On the tongue, you have your mesh. You have your cotton. I like this too. It's not like the regular laces on here. On here, it's kind of more like a cotton flat lace or what have you. That's really nice. I like that. The way they did that with the laces. You got the Zoom Air on the tongue or what have you. 3M on the tongue, and you got the 3M on the forefoot, on the toe box, what have you. It's reinforced. Again, for keep it durable. And you got some kind of like, you know, mesh around the collar or what have you. It's pretty good, but it's a basic, simple design, and I guess that's why I like it so much, because it's a basic, simple design, clean shoe, what have you. I'm glad I got my hands on both of these. I mean, there's not too many other pair of tennis shoes that I really worn out there besides these two. For us tennis players or what have you, they got some current stuff, but it's not a must-have. If I got my hands on them, or well, you know, if I caught them on sale or some kind of way, you know, I ran across them. But normally they sell that stuff on Nike online, and I don't like to wait for stuff. I like to go in the store and buy my stuff. But I had to order these because it was a Nike exclusive. They didn't have them in stores. Maybe the Tech Challenge might be in a couple of stores. I'm not quite sure. I know this was a quick strike. And also that shocked me about this is the Nike Air Tech Challenge came in your typical Nike sportswear box, which normally, you know, you still could do your performance needs in these shoes, but it's kind of like, in so many words, saying we prefer you just to wear them casually, where the Oscillate came in the performance line box or whatever, which to me is saying that they still believe in the technology that's in the shoe, and you still goddamn perform in them. You still goddamn perform in both of them, don't get me wrong, but I think they're really, this being a quick strike, as you see the QS on it, to me it's more of a collector's item, but you still goddamn buying for performance or what have you. This shoe stood the test of time, this one right here. It lasted some years, and the man that backed it really was a great tennis player. And what I also like about the shoe is it's kind of like, and what makes shoes and silhouettes really great, and also brings out the sneakerhead, the fan that's a big sports fan, is this shoe says Andre Agassi, the rock star tennis player he was, or what have you, bright guy with the mullet, with the, you know, bright color guy with the mullet and that what have you, and the bright colors. It says Andre Agassi, and this simple silhouette, but sleek, says Pete Sampras. And what makes great rivalries is two polarizing, contrasting, total opposites that's great at what they do, and that what makes for a great rivalry. That's also why I wanted these shoes, because it signifies an era of great players and rivalries, due to the fact you look at this day and age of tennis players, there's nobody really stand out. I'm pretty sure they got some great players, but I don't really keep up with the guys no more outside this arena. I can't tell you about nobody else. But for the most part, you know, back in the day you had your characters, you know, and this day and age is like you got a lot of guys that all look the same, play the same, and nobody don't have no edge with them. So I think that's what really made a rivalry so great back in the day. And it's a situation where, you know, I wish, you know, somebody else would come along and stand out and kind of bring me back and become a casual tennis fan, because I was never a big fan, but I was a casual tennis fan, kind of like they got a lot of casual golfers that Tiger Woods brought in, golf fans that Tiger Woods brought into the free, and now that he kind of fell off, you know, a lot of those guys kind of went on back to finding something else they're interested in too. But anyway, enough of me rambling. This is your boy Sneaker Blue. Bring you another episode of Sneaker Therapy. You can go follow me on Instagram at Sneaker Blue, Sneaker_Blue at Instagram, and you can also follow me on Facebook under Smith Neighbor. That's my government. I don't mind giving out my government or what have you, because I ain't wanted or nothing. So you can go to Facebook and follow me on there, and you can look at my collection or what have you that I have listed. But anyway, so I don't make this video too long, this is your boy Sneaker Blue with another episode of Sneaker Therapy. Thank you for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.